It turns out that some people on social media can actually buy followers, but is that necessarily a bad thing? Take a look.
Hi there. Want to have a large amount of Twitter followers? I will get you 10,000 plus Twitter followers to your account in less than 1 day. I won't ask for your password, just need your username. All followers look real because they have profile photos, bios, real names, and locations. I can do any amount up to 50,000 maximum per account. My followers are good quality and I will do my best to avoid drops. This gig exclusive only on Fiverr.com. So order now and don't forget to check out my gig extras and add even more followers.
That is beyond lame. Anyway, so you guys already know my take on this, but we'll get into a longer discussion about it. But just to give you a sense of how much it costs, it's actually relatively cheap when you think about it. So if you want 1,000 new followers, it'll cost you about $9 according to buyrealmarketing.com. If you want 5,000 new followers, it's only $39. 10,000 new followers, $77. If you want as many as 100,000 new followers, it's $499. So that's pretty cheap, especially given what you get in return. So you get a bunch of followers, but what does that mean? More followers means that you are actually more legitimate, right? So let me open it up to Max. What do you think?
See, I don't know if I would ever do it, but I don't condemn people that do. I mean, there was that big thing during the election when people suspected Obama or his campaign, somebody bought followers so that he would seem like he had more than Romney. I think that, like, you know, social media is auxiliary to the work, and if you sort of need to hack the herd mentality that, you know, that will sort of help a person check you out because they think that you're more validated because you've got more followers, then fine. Just, you know, the work should ultimately speak for itself. But I don't know. What do you guys think?
I thought she was like a robot, so that actually freaked me out more than the Twitter followers.
She was actually one of the followers you buy. She wasn't real.
Exactly. I mean, I think everyone's going to try and make money in the world we live in. So I think this is just another way that businesses are. You know, there is now a little business for, you know, providing people with followers or subscribers or whatever that might be. I think just kind of what you're saying, the work will follow. So if people like it, then sure, maybe it will help buffet someone's numbers and therefore make them more legitimate as a person, entertainer, you know, teacher, whatever that might be. You know, and then, you know, and then if they're terrible, they'll stay at 5,000 for the rest of their life, and you know,
they're sort of like the fake boobs of the social media world. They'll get you the date, maybe. You know, I don't know.
Okay, that's a fair assessment. That's a fair assessment. But let me just say, I totally understand that mentality because I remember having a conversation with Joe Rogan, and he was telling me about some people that want to go on his show, right? And he if he doesn't know who they are, he'll go to their Twitter page and see how many followers they have. And if they have like 500 followers, he's like, probably not, right? Yeah. And so Twitter followers do give you more credibility or legitimacy and give you more opportunity, so I can understand that. But I guess my problem with it is new media is supposed to be an honest alternative to what we've been seeing with traditional media, right? So yeah, like YouTube, for instance, right? What I like about YouTube is people go on there, for the most part, of course you're gonna have some fakers on there, but for the most part, you're gonna have people on there being who they are, right? You're gonna have people who wanna be honest and they wanna break the mold or whatever. And now you have people who are like freaking buying followers, and I think it's lame. I think it's cheating.
I think it's cheating too, which is why I did it, obviously. I mean, you think I got 1,000 people to want to follow me on Twitter? Yeah.
Wait, you did do this?
No, of course not.
Oh.
No, if I was going to buy Twitter followers, I would have bought a lot more than 1,000.
Yeah,
totally. But no, I mean, I think that when you're making the point about new media is supposed to be this honest media, I think that's kind of a misconception. I think we want it to be this honest media, but you saw the whole like Thanksgiving Diane and Seat 7A like Twitter scam. I guess it's not a scam, whatever. And I think that new media breeds that kind of thing. Like, there are going to be hoaxes, there are going to be people who are fakers, there are going to be all of these things. And if you can't like look into something and figure out like, is this someone I really want to follow, or no offense to Rogan, but someone I really want to have on my show, regardless of how many Twitter followers there are, I think that's a bigger problem. If everything's so, you know, clout scores. What is a clout score?
I know, but people love that shit. We're obsessed with it. I'm obsessed with it. I will be the first one to admit.
What's your clout score?
I don't know what my clout score is. I haven't check that out, but I do check out like how many new Twitter followers I've had. After going on Rogan's show, I got like 5,000 new Twitter followers, and I was like, fucking love that show. I'm gonna do it again. You know what I mean? But it's like,
I need to go on that show, not by Twitter followers.
I'm just saying, you know, it worked. It worked.
Your Twitter followers.
Oh, but
on to Joe's show.
By the way, like I got those followers because the audience actually liked me, which I was really, really surprised about. I thought that they wouldn't like me at all.
They would hate you?
Well, yeah, I mean, Joe Rogan attracts a very like masculine, you know, type of audience, and I don't know if I appeal to that. Well, I guess I do. So
you gotta be a little more honest with yourself there.
But anyway, Max, you were gonna jump in.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think that like those 5,000 followers that you got are probably super engaged and are infinitely better than a fake follower.
I totally agree.
Oh my God, what if he bought you those followers so he could feel better about having you on his show? Sorry, that's just a thought I had.
That would be really, really funny and ironic. But
I think just, you know, jumping off of what Max said, you know, so much of social media and growing and having a larger space, right, on Twitter or Instagram, wherever it is the engagement, right? On YouTube, it's all about engagement. It's all about how are you talking to the fans, et cetera. So if you do buy 5,000, you probably are gonna stay at 5,000 because those bots, if you will, are not engaging with you and they're not retweeting you or, you know, at your Twitter handle.
Yep.
So I think it's, look, I think it's cheating. I think it's the realities of the world with which we live. But I also think that if you're gonna do that, you better be smart enough to take advantage of it as opposed to just sort of sit there with like your purchase.
I would also like to note that there is software out there now that can determine how many of your followers are actually bots. So that could be pretty embarrassing because if you have 100,000 Twitter followers and it turns out that 98% of them are bots, you're gonna look like a clown. So that's another thing to keep in mind in the back of your head. So.
True.